you let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay? Let's ride!
Hey everybody, it's me. 7 o'clock on the nose. On December 30th, 2025. December 30th, 2025. It is the last official episode of 2025. And I know all along the way, it's, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already February. It's already March. Mm-hmm. It's already Memorial Day. It's already, it's so stupid. It's all gone. That's why I always say, it's not December 30th, 2025. It's December 30th, 2035 already.
Oh, God.
You just kind of got to slow it down. And that's what we do on these episodes. Welcome, one and all. I'll still be live tomorrow. I'm going to be live during the late morning. We're going to do a B-sides a broadcast for New Year's Eve. I might even do a New Year's Day pop in at some point, all from Studio B. But and then of course New Year's evening, I think we might be watching End of Days as a watch party, and so all you sponsors be on the lookout for that. We've got a great guest here tonight. It is our go-to for any kind of a holiday eve, and that is Jay Gulinello.
On eves, I just drive to the studio whether you ask me or not now.
Well, Jay,
whatever the eve, I'm like, hey, Frank, let me in.
Listen, the last night I had quite a few people who commented on how dapper Rich Barris looked, and I said, yes, I know I was woefully underdressed again. You show up tonight with a button down and a tie.
I was told it was black tie.
Yeah, you look like a cast member from Reservoir Dogs, and here I am. What the hell, man? You should have told me.
Sorry.
Jeez.
We'll coordinate better next time.
Yeah, well, anyway, you look good. Good for you. Good for you. I am so happy that we're doing this tonight because you know why? I got being sick out of the way last week.
I know.
This time, I'm not here. Listen, I'm not even going to knock on wood because I've got God on my side. But in 58 minutes from now, last year, around 8 o'clock, is when the first little drip from my nose came down.
It was so weird.
I know.
The first half was seamless.
Smooth sailing. Well, I felt that there was a quality to my voice that had changed. That's the first thing that happens. I go down an octave, and then all of a sudden, it's just I go from a baritone to a bass.
Well, it's out of the way, so New Year's is going to be much, much different. And obviously, you're setting into motion a much better 2026.
We all are.
Yeah,
we all are. I mean, you got the health reclamation project is doing well. It's going to be doing even better. Mm-hmm. We have to get together and go touring some more Jamboree Part 2 sites.
Yeah.
And God knows what else we're going to be working on jointly, because as I told you many times before, you're not just a clinical nutritionist. First of all, you're a performer, you're a music guy, you're a theater guy. So, I mean, you got to we got to find some more stuff for you to get involved with over here anyway, even if it's just behind the scenes. I don't know what the hell.
I'm excited.
I don't know. So 2026, got to pull out all the stops. It's just starting from a little bit of a leaner position. Mm-hmm. But, whatever. You got to believe that some things are written in the stars, And of course, hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, a lot of things have changed for the better around here. And I think, like we said, I think I said last time, 2025 felt like a preamble to something.
Yeah.
So 2026, let's see what that is.
It's a lot of work. Hey, everybody, if you're out in the air, there in the audience, I just wanted to remind you. I just want you to remind you, there's a plan for you in 2026 as well, and that is to be the loudest lurkers imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Everybody's new algorithms, they are promoting some things a little bit easier, but live streams, it's hard to get ahead like it used to be. So they're only pushing streams that have likes and comments and very lively, active, loving chats. If you lurk, I disappear. Anybody that you love on the internet disappears. Okay? So let's continue. Let's continue on. Leave a like, leave a comment, share it with a friend. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, please. And
Leave
that's
you
it.
lurking for the gym.
Yes, that's it. Lurk in the gym. Be a creep over there. I know. Oh, hey, Jay, I have to show you this. You know what these are?
Oh, those are those world famous rum balls?
The Robin's Brandy Balls.
Brandy balls. Ah.
So this was part of my Christmas Eve present. We had a Secret Santa, and my sister-in-law got me.
Oh.
And I was excited because she's gotten me before, and she's really spot on with things that I like. And I said, what is in this tin? I knew whatever it was, she made something, and that's going to come out good in the end,
And that's
no
a
matter
good
what.
sign, yeah.
But when I opened it up, I knew exactly what I was looking at, and I can smell.
Oh.
Dude, these things, Robin is, apparently Aurora helped my sister-in-law, Jess, make these about 7 weeks ago. So they've been sitting for 7 weeks.
Ooh.
The brandy. It hit. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to reshare Robin McCutcheon's brandy balls, and you got to make these. You have to make these sometime. I'm telling you.
Is this the first time you've actually had them?
First time I had them.
Ah, okay.
Such a great texture. I forget what the base is. It's like walnuts and something else. So they got a really kind of a mushy kind of texture. It's really so good. But dude, I still have. I've been having like one a day because I want to make these last. If you come by on New Year's Eve, you got to try one.
Oh, I was going to ask, is there still some left?
Yes.
Oh, now I'm definitely going to be there.
And Robin McCutcheon's coming. McCutcheon is going to be coming back on, I think the 12th in January. It's a Monday night. So she hasn't been on for a couple of months. I said, hey, by the way, I ate your brandy balls and they're fantastic. And that reminded me, you have to come back on the show. You got to talk about precious metals.
Is there any of the salami left?
No.
Damn it.
We ate most of it, and then some of our sick family members started sneezing on it. So we all the sneezers show. You know, there's something when you walk into a holiday gathering, and the first thing that you're met with are hacking coughs coming from all directions. Just like, geez,
You're like,
what the hell, man? You know,
bring your zinc lozenges with you.
I know. I know. Well,
you got to arm yourself this time of year because, you know, some people take care of themselves, some people don't, but you can't be collateral damage, Frank.
Yeah.
You got a show to do.
I understand.
You got people to entertain.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to take nights off.
I know.
I don't like it. I mean, I had to.
You and I have that in common. It is. I remember you said to me, we're not going to talk shop at a New Year's Eve party. And I was like, Frank, that's all I do is talk shop.
I know.
Like remember the Christmas party 2 years ago? I showed up. It might have even been 3 years ago. I can't remember, but I walked in and you introduced me and you said what I did, and immediately somebody in a Santa costume was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So I've been trying to lose weight," like that. I was like, "Well, there we go." I mean, but honestly, I'm just joking because I love doing it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's some times obviously where I just want to. Especially if it's a long day, but for the most part, just bring it on.
I know.
Let's go.
This is my friend Jay. He's a clinical nutritionist. Oh,
bye.
Jay, I have a goiter on my ass. Can you take a look at this?
You could just bring me into the party. If you want to be left alone, you bring me to the party, you introduce me, and then you just kind of slip away. You're like, see ya.
Yeah. Little Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Just right out the door. So, I mean, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a lot of fun. I have Rand Paul's Festivus report here.
I'm excited.
I also have the end of the year. It's submitted by Mark Swan. He sends it to me like on the 27th or the 26th of every year. It is the emergency room rectum report. And then there is also and we have to take calls from people. I want to take a little bit of I want it to be a telethon. I want you to give me your predictions for 2026 that I can put into this thread. There's actually a couple of really great things that are in the thread.
Oh, cool.
John Otter took all of his posts out last night. I didn't want them all gone, but it was just a little ridiculous.
I was driving when I heard that. I wish I could have seen what you were looking at.
I don't even know. I just saw like there was like, I guess, Las Vegas odds for certain things happening, and as soon as I saw the odds of Rosie O'Donnell getting,
oh yeah, arrested at Madonna's funeral. That's classic.
The odds, if you put $100 down on Rosie O'Donnell getting arrested at Madonna's funeral,
get it.
I mean, with a 0.0009 percentage of hitting, I mean that's a good payout.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to do the math.
Me neither.
I don't know what the odds are.
Sounds lucrative though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's not the spirit of the game.
It's not what we're looking for. In fact, if we can stay away from individual people's deaths altogether, let's just not do that.
I think it was an Art Bell rule. I think he used to not allow death predictions.
Oh, especially when it came to politicians.
Yeah.
Because then especially at that time when when he was hosting Coast to Coast, even today, I think that George Norrie still has something like nearly 300 stations carrying.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they're on at least 250 stations. Plus, they have the Sirius XM station. They also have TalkStream. Yeah. Right? I mean, there's so many internet outlets as well. So I have to imagine that the potential footprint of that show is still huge. But back in the 90s,
oh man,
there was no. If you wanted some kooky stuff to listen to, there was no. Your favorite YouTube channels are still 20 years away.
And I can see why he would put, honestly, now that I think about it, I can see why he would put that prediction, the kibosh on any prediction like that, because there's some crazy person who just wants to be right about their prediction. They predict the end of some political figure, and then they go out and do it.
And the Secret Service is showing up.
So yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons. I think Art Bell at one point had said, I've gotten way too many knocks on the door, and he's like, I host a radio show. I can't be responsible for what people say. So at that point, he was like, all right, that's enough. No more death predictions. So that was and that's probably a pretty good rule.
I don't want to deal in death.
No, it's no fun.
Who the hell wants to deal with that shit? I do have a winner though for the Keto Brainz, the Santa giveaway. That's ketobrainz.com. This is over $500 worth of stuff. You're going to get extra bags of Keto Brainz, and I think creatine and the BPC 157, and then all this local stuff from Montana with jerkies and one of those vibration plates again.
Huh.
The winner this year is Colin McCready.
Colin McCready.
Very
guy.
Very Irish name.
Absolutely.
Colin McCready. So congratulations,
Irish.
Colin McCready. Molly will reach out to you. Molly told me that all of the names that have been, all of the purchases that came in over the last month, they printed them out, and they asked Molly's mother to do the drawing. So Molly's mother actually physically cut things out, put all the names into a bowl, and pulled the name out.
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's congratulations to Colin.
What a prize package.
I know, but don't worry. You guys at home, for the duration of tonight, we're going to get into the fun stuff right now, but all of your super chats on quitefranklysuperchat.com, YouTube, Rumble, and Pilled, you're going to get the disposable gas neutralizer. That's for a fart screen.
Very practical.
You get the Shart survival kit.
Well,
in 2026, it's going to be a roller coaster, right?
With the midterms coming up,
you're going to get an ounce of silver, which is now flirting with $100. $700 an ounce. An ounce of silver for the ounce of silver alone. Throw a $5 super chat in. I mean, come on.
Seriously.
And then I'm going to put in my extra copy of Mark Dice's The War on Conservatives. So it's a great book by Mark Dice, a guy who I hope to have on the show one day. That's another guy I like, a bucket list kind of a guest. So we'll see how that goes. I'm adding in the Mark Dice book tonight too, because it's an extra one. I had an extra.
This is going to be the year for surprise guests on the show, Frank.
Oh, I would love that.
People have no idea what they're in for in 2026.
No.
They have no idea.
I don't even know what we're in for.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's see here. We were talking about how it's really it's really been a bad year for liberals last night. I was talking about that with Rich Barris. But you couldn't really tell how bad it was because Republicans go into jellyfish mode.
Of course.
Whenever they have a chance to do something special for Americans. While still, here's something else to chomp on in regard to the shakeup, especially in the media. I mean, there was an additional, we read this from the Wrap, that there was an additional 18% downsizing in the media across news and entertainment this past year.
Okay.
Like 18,000 more jobs or something lost.
I hardly noticed, Frank.
I know.
I don't think anybody does.
Well, listen to this. For the first time in 50 years, the Oscars are moving from ABC purely to YouTube in 2029.
That is wild.
So they have a couple more years left. They got 4 more years left, and it is going to be strictly streamed on YouTube in 2029. Goodbye, ABC. Now, it's obvious. I was talking with my producer Krista about this, and we were just going back and forth about the whole thing, just putting some notes down for to talk about this at some point. Said tonight, it's good as night as ever.
Yeah.
And obviously, they're making a logical choice between a rough 3 million viewers and then you get to keep tradition of television and 3 million viewers or so. Or are you going to do the potential for 5 times that just through incidental viewership
most of it on the homepage for everybody, I'm sure.
No doubt. It's going to be pushed to everybody using the platform.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to there's going to be so many millions of incidental views there. It's going to be like them reporting on the success of the Obamacare numbers. Like 12 million people signed up for Obamacare. Yeah, you put a gun to their head, and they said they're going to get fined if they didn't.
Quite literally is what they did. I know. It's amazing. Oh.
So that's 2029.
Everybody forgets that was the Mitt Romney plan first unveiled in Massachusetts.
Right.
He was my governor at the time, and I was like, oh, Obama just repackaged Mitt Romney's healthcare plan. Thanks a lot.
So things are there. There's a little bit of a shakeup there too. So that's
amazing.
I know.
I mean, I don't know what that says more about the fact that the Oscars are useless, or that YouTube is, such a force now, and it's just there's a lot of different ways you can look at it, but it is fascinating, and certainly, those dinosaur networks are. I mean, I know people go to them when things happen. So something happens in the world, people turn on their television, right? They're still not, I guess maybe that's probably age dependent, but they're still not quite used to like using the social medias, again, age dependent for, things that are big. Like when COVID happened, I remember all the eyes that returned to the television sets. Yeah. Because I feel like prior to COVID in like 2019, we were starting to see the demise again of the sort of cable, network institutions, but COVID sort of gave them a little bit of a stay of execution.
I'm glad you bring that up there because it reminded me of a feeling that I had in March of 2020 when there was a 2 weeks to flatten the curve edict that was put out there. And it was odd because I felt like everybody, it was almost, especially if you live in a zone where you get a lot of snow this time of year, what it's like preparing for a big snowstorm.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody is getting to AMP, and they're buying themselves some cookie dough, and they're buying themselves some milk, and they're getting
Gotta get the milk. Gotta get the bread and milk.
They're getting the eggs, a couple of packages of bacon.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you you have enough to cook an ample breakfast for all the people who are going to be shoveling the next morning.
Yeah.
And you kind of it's like a mini holiday that comes out of nowhere. Snow's coming.
I know.
It's great. It felt like at various times in March of 2020, it felt like everybody in the country was getting ready for this blizzard to move through.
A little mini break in the daily. Yeah, right. Absolutely. I remember vividly.
And I remember fighting myself, fighting off that familiar excitement and saying, no.
This is bad news.
No, this is bad news. This is not, I had to keep reminding myself, it's not a blizzard, Frank. They're doing this because of a so-called virus.
Yeah.
And that's, everybody was going blizzard shopping.
And I'll tell you, I firmly believe this now, that COVID would not have been possible were it not for these mainstream media outlets. In other words, like, I feel like social media took their cues from the major news media outlets, but I really believe that if all eyes were off of those networks, it would have been significantly more difficult to convince people to do things that were clearly not in their best interest. So we hadn't quite cut the cord the way I hope as a society we do soon, but the Oscars moving to YouTube is another sign that may be happening. And again, it may be harder to strong arm people into the craziness of COVID, because I, really truly watched how many people watched the television who, again, it was starting to die and COVID resurrected it. So I don't know. There may be a side benefit to this. Again, it just being more difficult to strong arm us into silliness, utter silliness.
Well, the one thing you can say about, in particular, the Oscars is that I can't imagine that Alphabet has really changed as far as their political culture has gone, but we don't seem to be dealing with the same kind of a CEO as we had with Susan,
right?
When she was alive. You forget she's dead.
Her son died. She died too?
She died.
Did she?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. I know her son died at like 19, right? Susan died too?
She died on August 9th of last year.
You're right. Holy mackerel.
She had lung cancer.
Oh, yeah. I remember we talked about that too, because I said, well, and she wasn't,
she wasn't a smoker. Was she a smoker?
I don't think so. And she wasn't very old. So you kind of wonder about the whole, pushing of narratives and censoring things and, karma's a bitch kind of thing.
I don't know.
I remember talking about that now. I had forgotten, actually. And yeah, I mean, I think the temporary, loosening of the belt, so to speak, on YouTube is probably just because the current administration is better about that. I don't know if that's going to last. I hope it does, but I'm not, censorship is a weapon now. And I mean, I don't know if you saw, I was telling you this offline. If people haven't seen the Tucker Carlson interview with Matt Gaetz, they go so many directions. It's a fabulous interview, about an hour and 45 minutes. But they actually they played a clip of some rabbi who's now apparently very high in the State Department, who's the like anti-Semitism czar. And he's talking, Frank, it's wild that these people think, even in this administration, that censorship is still a valid, like it's not going to cause an equal and opposite reaction. Talking about how do we protect from anti-Semitism online? I'm like, he's really going there. He's really going there. This fat rabbi with a yarmulke talking about how we're going to have to police speech online. I'm like, didn't you learn anything? Like, this is precisely what we voted against. So if you are a representative of the Trump administration, that guy should be fired tomorrow. But he's high up in the State Department. Just an interesting factoid. So I'm not sure censorship is completely on the way out, but interesting to listen to.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's going to make very strange bedfellows as well. Mm-hmm. Very strange. The Festivus report came out.
Okay.
I thought I love reading through this every year. I think it goes through. It really goes hand in hand with our retrospective of the year, and of course our predictions into 26.
Okay.
And here this year, Rand Paul spotlighting a quote jaw-dropping amount of government waste, the kind that will make you wonder if anyone in Washington has ever heard of the word priorities. A grand total of $1.6 trillion, which includes $1.22 trillion in interest payments on the debt.
Wow.
Okay. So they discovered the cash was going toward experiments teaching ferrets to binge drink alcohol and dosing dogs with cocaine again.
I thought they got rid of Anthony Fauci.
That rat face. Then there were taxpayer dollars spent on safe spaces at private universities.
Safe spaces?
It wouldn't be a festive. Yeah. So we are just going to jump through this stuff here. Ready? We've got TikTok therapy, fighting drugs with influencers. The Department of Health and Human Services is spending $1.5 million on innovative multi-level strategy to reduce drug use in Latinx. communities through celebrity influencer campaigns.
Oh, celebrity influencers.
$1.5 million. Just
donate that to Quite Frankly, please.
Please.
You could actually do some societal good with that.
Hold on. Okay. Wait.
You want to add up how much money should be coming here instead of going there?
Yeah. Well, okay. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm going to maybe the easiest thing I can do is think about. Hold on.
It's going to be a good part of the routine in years to come.
This is what I like doing now. Every once in a while, I'm just going to. I'm going to go on to Grok real quick and say,
okay.
1.5 million wasted by the government on a ridiculous experiment. Hold on, ready?
Be more specific.
How much of that money is mine as an individual taxpayer? Short answer, please. It might just be a ballpark. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
$1.5 million wasted. Let's see. How much am I going to get? My share of that 1.5 million.
Cents, right?
Yeah. No, actually less than half a cent. and
I want it back.
And this is of a wait. Hold on. Wait. Well, dividing it roughly by the U.S. population of 348 million. No.
They don't all pay taxes.
Okay. Good. More precise per taxpayer element. That's about 160 million individual income tax returns. It's about $9 to $10.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll take that.
So you have to say for every $1.5 million, you get $10 back.
I'm going to pound a ground beef for that.
I want it all.
I do too, Frank. Can we keep adding up as we go through everything that shouldn't be there?
Well, I mean,
that should be here.
Think about it here. Do the same for 1.6 trillion.
Oh no!
I mean, here, let's just do the same for 1.6 trillion. Here we go. That's about $10,000.
Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad.
Sorry, we shouldn't have gone through this exercise.
I'm so mad.
It's going to derail the show now.
I hate so many faceless people.
Yeah, I know. That's what they are.
That's why the people who have faces, they get extra hate from me. Because there's so many more that I don't even know who to hate.
They all deserve it.
I'm wasting my hate.
Yeah. You got to save it for the ones who really earn it. But $10,000 plus $10. Oh, man.
God,
all
man.
Right. Well,
well, I mean, listen, somebody says, I think Frank just had a myocardial infarction. How do you guys at home? Most people in this audience should have had a myocardial infarction.
Imagine like just an extra 10 grand to be able to start something, finish something, pay something off. I mean,
You're killing me.
Government waste.
All right.
Bring back Doge.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Cartoon climate crusaders in Pakistan. The U.S. Department of State gave $244,000 to Stand for Peace in Islamabad to produce a television cartoon series that teaches kids in Pakistan how to fight climate change. Yeah. Let's see. U.S. Department of State spent $1.5 million. That's another $10 for us to promote American films, television shows, and video games abroad. Nope.
What?
Nope. Weight loss by Wi-Fi. Health and Human Services is spending $1.9 million on a hybrid mobile phone family intervention designed to reduce childhood obesity among Latino families in Los Angeles County.
I don't understand.
Anything that is ethnocentric, gone.
Get rid of it.
I mean, it all has to go, but how ridiculous. I mean,
fighting obesity in the long run, I've done presentations on the financial cost to the country about what we spend on healthcare. So we can actually get some of this money back by that. But when you start to do the, ethnocentric version of it, stop. Let's just make America healthy again across the board. How's that?
HHS is giving $3 million to University of Michigan to study the effect of screen time on parent-child relationships. So they want to know that $3 million is going to Michigan.
I can answer the question now. It's bad.
It's bad.
There you go. Hey, I got an idea. You can send me the $3 million and I'll write you back a short little paper on it.
It's
bad.
She's thinking $3 million to confirm whether or not children and parents are going to have a harder time forming bonds if they're doom scrolling constantly.
Sitting at the kitchen table together on phones separately.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Good idea.
There's people. Everybody knows it. Now, you go out to a restaurant. There's some child that is being given a device to keep them,
without a doubt.
You know, and Aurora, I'm so proud of Aurora, and I'm proud of all of your children out there too, just like this, who just sit there at the table, pretend to read the menu, talk to everybody.
Right, because they need to learn the self-control in public. That's like a skill that you must have. If you're constantly being pacified, you don't develop that skill, and then you don't know what to do when someone takes away the iPad. You're not raising responble adults.
You sounded just like a kid.
Thank you.
No, it's not good.
It's role-playing. I'm method acting over here, Frank.
My hair just stood up.
Okay, keep going.
All right, let's see here. Make vegetables more inclusive. You're gonna love.
Wait.
USDA.
No, you didn't.
USDA spent $141,000 to create a resilient and equitable local food network that prioritizes culturally relevant food. Culturally relevant food.
I mean, if you're trying to cure food deserts, that's one thing. But again, with the
No. You're not listening to the culturally relevant group. This is for specifically low-income LGBT people of color
for the love
from
of God.
the Bronx and Brooklyn.
Boy, we're getting real dialed in, huh?
Yes.
All these 15 people.
$150,000 for gay, black and brown people from the Bronx and Brooklyn.
So is this just because somebody filled out the grant application? Is that how that happens?
I just want to know what culturally relevant food is for them. Pizza?
It's true.
Like, what does a gay black person eat in the Bronx? That is like, you can't find it anywhere else.
Right, yeah, I can't get anywhere else.
What are you doing? What are we talking about here?
God, this is as funny as I thought it was going to be.
Come on. No, it's not funny. It's stolen.
Listen, we have to laugh.
I know.
Or we'll cry.
I'm so mad.
And I can't cry on camera.
The operating table. HHS spent $7 million using data to analyze and model trauma and surgery outcomes in sub-Saharan Africa.
Again.
It's bad.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's bad.
I mean.
And it's because there's a lot going against these people out there.
Yeah, Bill Gates is one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just some, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, there's a lot going against them. HHS gave $3.3 million to Northwestern University so they can hire 15 people, erect scientific neighborhoods, install a safe space ambassador, and form endless committees to dismantle systemic racism.
I thought we were done with that stuff. I thought we were pulling federal funding for all. That sounds like a DEI program to me.
You know what? For everything that can get pulled, there is some fat roly-poly judge who puts an injunction on it.
That's probably true.
I mean, it's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, this is the issue. The escalation of removing people who aren't supposed to be here is one thing. And then there is just, I mean, there are so many American citizens that need to be stripped of citizenship. I'm sorry. You know, Chrisanne Hall would hear that, she would gasp.
I know.
But what do we do with them? They can't be judges anymore. They can't be
camps.
They can't be let out of the house. They can't be allowed to.
Well, don't worry. That's why we're creating the metaverse. They won't have to leave the house.
Good. Let's see here. HHS, here's another $1 million, just under $1 million on marketing, campaigns, advisory boards, and engagement strategies targeting niche subcultures in Los Angeles, specifically the bear cub, drag queen, and queer punk rock scenes about STD testing and treatment capacity.
That's not real. Furries?
No. Bears and cubs is a subset of gay men.
What?
A bear is a kind of like a huskier, bearded kind of a guy.
Okay.
And then I think a cub is just a smaller guy. Not a twink though. A twink is something else.
Frank, I've learned something.
I learned the hierarchy.
No idea.
Yeah, well,
no idea.
So bears and cubs. No, that's not a furry. And a cub is different than a cub is different than a twink. I can't. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Difference between bears, cubs, and twinks.
Your AI search history must be fantastic.
I know. Let's see here. Oh gosh, let's see here. All right, so where the hell is it? Okay, Twinks. Generally speaking, they're like slim.
I
they
can
look
guess.
just little like wiry.
I can guess what that is.
Yeah, Harry Sisson.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Then there are guys. No, forget it. I don't want to read all this stuff. But it's just mostly like a huskier guys.
Yeah, I get that part. I just completely misunderstood and thought you were talking. I thought we were talking about
furries.
Well, I mean, because you were starting to talk about animals.
I'm sorry, I took your innocence away.
Yeah, you did. I don't even. I mean, but there must be something furry related in the Festivus.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
as long as that's there.
See they crawl around on the asphalt with their dog masks on,
licking their paws, or
Please. Let's see here. Pandemic profiteering. That's it.
Well.
U.S. Agency for International Development. USAID gave EcoHealth Alliance $54 million to collect bat coronaviruses and transport them to Wuhan for gain of function
What could
experiment.
go wrong, Frank? What could go wrong?
So Fauci's Beagle Labs live on. NIH extended funding for Dr. Fauci's Beagle experiments, costing taxpayers nearly $14 million.
So that's not Jay Bhattacharya. This is what I mean about people, and I fall into this trap too. When you get frustrated with Trump or whatever, what did Rich say the other night? Like, electing one man does not a revolution make. Well, putting one person at the head of an agency does not correct the systemic problems in the agency. I refuse to believe that Jay Bhattacharya was like, yes, this is a good idea. This is a good, whether, I don't even know if, I know he's head of NIH, but I'm not sure if he, how much of the grant is in his control versus RFK. But either of those men, they can't control everybody. So, like you wanted to take citizenship away from some Americans, I want to use the nuclear option on so many of these scientific organizations. We have to start over. They have to it's like a cockroach or a termite infestation, right? You got to strip it down to the studs, because I don't trust any of these organizations anymore. That's why the media goes crazy when you fire a bunch of CDC people. It must be done. It must be done, or we're going to just have 4 years of waiting it out, and then we're right back to beagles and furries.
One of the first times that I had my buddy Max Caparato on the show back in the day, because he's a scientist, astrophysicist, and he does a lot. He teaches, but he also has been a part of many of his own experiments, rocket launches, all that stuff. And when I first brought him on, because he is at heart, he is an anarcho-capitalist. Like he wants to live in a stateless society. You want to talk about the small minarchism? No,
right.
Beyond. This is actually where people like Thomas Jefferson thought that in time we would be able to transcend government altogether and actually evolve into statelessness, because that is how much that we would evolve as creatures here, breaking away from, the monarchies of Europe and all that other stuff, and actually really doubling down on human liberty. And
that this republic was just sort of like a stepping stone to that?
It was a stepping stone to more statelessness.
Interesting.
Of an existence.
Okay.
Anyway, Max, he first came on that we were talking about scientific issues, topics. We were probably talking about space and whatever the hell else it was. Climate science. He's great to talk to about all that stuff. But essentially came down to the same thing. I said, listen, man, as an anarcho-capitalist, as as far as you can go with libertarianism as you can, talk to me about the process and the disconnect between scientists and people who are putting together their proposals for creating certain types of experiments, certain types of initiatives. They want to find certain things out. They want to test a hypothesis somewhere else, but that they are completely lacking in any kind of understanding of the market, where there's no market economic sense to a lot of these organizations, because they just hold out their hand and federal government comes in, gives them grant money. It has no authority to give them. And it comes with all these strings attached, all the types of science you have to, in a sense, confirm, and it
antithetical to the actual scientific method.
Exactly. So, the NIH HHS, if I would love to see them shuttered. I want to see them all completely shuttered. Now, I would also like to see new organizations blossom in their wake that have an understanding on how to go on out there, raise money, and be able to conduct true independent science and see where the chips fall. Yeah. You know, that's
free market
just where
science.
It is. The only reference to being in the science and the science and discovery business in our Constitution is setting up the trademark offices and being a part of the mechanism to protect intellectual property.
Right.
That's it. This whole arts and sciences endowments bullshit. No.
Yeah.
And for no other reason than look at Minnesota. Okay. Now we can go on and on and on with this. We don't have too much time. I mean, it gets crazier. I mean, the next one here, just for an example, the next one up is let's see, the NIH spent another $5.2 million dosing dogs with cocaine. Now they had initially, I remember years and years ago, Rand Paul was putting in all of the cocaine experiment on I think Japanese pigeons, and had something to do with trying to find out why lesbians get fat. Or no, that might have been a separate study.
Or not.
No, I think it was a separate study. I think the fat lesbians was a separate study.
Okay, got it. But it's sad that we have to try to parse that out.
Right.
Because it could be.
It's being done in our name.
Yeah.
But anyway, you think about this. And I want to, we spoke a lot about the Minnesota thing last night, but I want to put something into perspective for you. This was from Tumblr I was just scrolling through Tumblr. It's where I met a lot of people like Max and Caparato. We're still all on there. And this is, what is this? Scarabesque Returns. Says, I know you all have heard of the massive Somalian fraud scheme in Minnesota, but are you aware of the scale? North Korea. Now, remember, this is all, I think the scale of Minnesota, we're talking about $18 billion, is what has been put together just so far. North Korea's ballistic missile program is estimated to have cost $2 billion.
Wow.
The massive colonial bank fraud during the 2008 financial crisis was $3 billion.
Whoa.
Somalia's GDP was $6 billion in 2018, and in 2025, it's almost $14 billion.
Wow.
The Somalian fraud is currently estimated at $9 billion and is growing. This is the tip of the iceberg. Most of this is sent home to Somalia. This means that the GDP growth of the nation of Somalia may be entirely supported by Minnesota and federal taxpayers. The Somali community in Minneapolis alone has stolen more than enough to fund a ballistic missile program on the scale of North Korea's.
Nothing infuriates me more than paying taxes to a government that I don't agree with. And then you find out, really where your money is going. And it is just... some radicalness has to happen, Frank. I think people think it's crazy, for Trump to talk when he was talking about, I remember, who did you have on the show? Was it, Brendan Dilley maybe? And you guys were like, and he was batting around some ideas about the income tax. You would completely overtake the midterms, the 2028 election. You do something that radical, and all the mistakes that let me take that back. Not the mistakes he's been making, but the perception of the current administration is the way Rich Barris had framed it last night, right? It doesn't have to be this way. And I still think there are things that could be done in a radical manner that could really change the way, because people are starving for change, man. They didn't vote for Trump because he's a Republican. I keep telling people this. The Republican brand is dead. I wish that Donald Trump, with the time he has left, also maybe somehow, and I know it's not a very popular thing to hear, but I would love a legitimate third party, because the two we have are not working. And when Trump is gone, we're going to be left with the same two losers, and they're all losers. And maybe we'll never have another chance to shake up the apple cart. I
think that there is a chance. I think there's a better chance. It might, there might just be a transition where we lose badly for a while. Maybe, unless, because who knows? Right. Again, if the monetary system and the way that we are taxed and stolen from, if that is really addressed over the next 3 years, that's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Because just for an example, because I was on Twitter, friend of the show, Leonardo Joni, she had put out there that, and it's a thought that I had essentially agreed with the other night. She said that Tim Walz is not the mastermind behind Somali fraud.
He's not the mastermind behind anything.
She said he's a retard. He's been placed in position because he's a retard and will go along with the scam. It's bigger than the Somalis. It's bigger than Walz. That's why no one is being arrested.
Agreed.
And I essentially said, listen, this is how, I said, Leonardo, because we talked about it last night, this is how they all raise money now. Both parties, they skim off of the trillions that are stolen every year and spent illegally. Sam Bankman-Fried of that whole crypto scam that was washing through Ukraine.
Right.
They were fine. There was political donations being made to people in both parties. Okay,
absolutely.
That's around the time that we started realizing that the Romneys, the Pelosi's, they all had kids that are working out there on, involved in some way in Ukrainian fronts and all that other stuff. This is all and why is that? The donor bases are dwindling. Their donor bases are dwindling. They keep passing bigger and bigger bills. The reason why I bring this up is because we're reading the Festivus report and we see that $9 to $18 billion is being estimated of a boondoggle right there in sleepy Minnesota. I mean, it's just incredible to consider the scale of all of that stuff. We're talking $18 billion on a hyper-local operation in Minnesota.
I know.
Think about how hyper-local is that. You think about what the scale of this is going to be if you ever get a real accounting of what's happening in California or right here in New York or any of the other New England states. Yeah. And they survive off of slush money, slush funds. This is what it is.
And I don't think you can intellectualize the midterms or the next presidential election. You have to, they always say you can't tell them, you have to show them. There would be still people that would argue because they're hopeless partisans and they believe, incorrectly so, that a party represents them. It's incorrect. You are not a Republican or a Democrat. You can think you are, but neither of these parties as entities care about you. But if you show people what their lives could be like when, fraud is eliminated, at least to whatever degree it can be, and, actual prosperity and liberty are introduced to the American public, maybe for the first time in generations, then you're right. Then I think it's a runaway because you've got something that is essentially a third party. It's truth, right? And it can be dressed up as a Republican or a Democrat. I really don't care. But this stuff has to stop.
But here's where I think is it's very interesting. If this stuff does stop somehow, it is going to be so catastrophic to the way that elections are run.
That's true. Because
so much money, they're even just showing how this filters back thousands of these, of all this fraud filters back into the pockets of local Somali politicians. So it's very, very easy to track the money here. But when you think about what the opportunities for actually creating a viable third party in the future is, I'd say it's better than it ever was. And the reason why that is if you neutralize all of the financial impropriety, then what we have here again is a situation where, and Nick Shirley being an example of it, that's one independent journalist with nothing but a phone. And he racked up over the course of 2.5 days, 120 million views.
And it tells you that people are dying for that information.
There's no organization in the country or on the earth that can create that kind of momentum anymore. So if there was a way where this animal is somehow tamed or neutralized and it has been rooked of its sustenance, and at the same time we have this Wild West media scenario where there are people out there who could crowdfund. I mean, you think about the millions upon millions of dollars that are being made by certain people just on YouTube and Twitch and everything else. There could be some legitimate unaffiliated candidates. I'm not even talking about third parties. They could be totally unaffiliated
No, I completely agree with you. The timing is right for it. And I also think the sentiment in the public is right for it. The one big thing I took away from listening to Rich go through all of his Christmas polling was that on almost every major topic, whether you're talking about religion or politics or anything, people are fed up with institutions. They want real change, and they want, and they're searching for a place to land. And so I think that is the most primed the pump has ever been for a third party or for something. I used to say the Republican Party, as an independent who voted Republican, really, for the first time when Trump came on the scene, that's because of the realization that the party is actually, like, I wasn't voting Republican, I was voting Trump. And I think that dynamic exists and permeates culture. I think that's why Trump's coalition in 2024 was so diverse. But along with a diverse coalition comes a very challenging task of trying to please everybody, which obviously you can't do. But I think that's the general sentiment now of more and more and more people. And so the opportunity is there. And then you take the decentralized media that, as you said, you can't pay for that kind of viewership. It would all be fake, right, if they did. Because people, I just think instinctively right now, know things aren't right everywhere they look, and they're looking for something real. And when some kid goes out there with a phone and just starts making it so obvious that people are lying, like, hey, I want to bring my son Joey, and they're like, why? Because it's a daycare center, you asshole.
You know what?
That's why.
You know what I would do? What I would do if I were Trump? Like I said, I've only ever put myself out there a couple of times and saying what I would do if I was whatever. In 2016, I said I would immediately, just because the broadcaster in me, I would start up the fireside chats again.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, I would be better fit for something like that, but I would continue, even if Congress is going to torpedo itself. I'll do whatever I can, from an executive standpoint, if I can make people financially free for just 4 years before they reverse it all on me because I couldn't get anybody in Congress to go along with it, fine. I'm going to come through on something. But along the way, I was going to make investments in continuing to destroy the media. And the way that I can do that is not only making fun of those who want to keep their position on the mountain, but I also would continue to anoint new media personalities, not networks, right. Individuals. I would bring people like, Chris Ann Hall into an Oval Office fireside chat and introduce her to the nation. Yeah. Things like that. I would do things like that constantly. I would use the bully pulpit to just concentrate on cultural issues. Mm-hmm. And the other thing, what the hell? What were you just saying? Okay. About the third parties is I would go out of my way, especially in the midterms, to find candidates in the United States who are unaffiliated,
yes,
who are not Republicans, and make them, because that's the whole thing here. Donald Trump is an example of a successful third party run. Okay, the GOP were unwilling beneficiaries of his presence,
and you're seeing that playing out in this whole tug of war. In the party, the only party willing to have the Civil War. You've got the Bush, Cheney, Ben Shapiro, like that old guard. You've got that, and then you've got whatever Trump has created, and one is going to win and one is going to lose. And so that's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah, there's just too much Levin and Shapiro around him.
Oh, absolutely.
There's just way too much. Yeah. When the Levin threw an arm around Trump and said we have our first Jewish president, I went, what?
Levin you're watching the melting of a mind. I mean, he's just
crazy.
And he's relatively, people like him are sort of teetering on irrelevance, which is why they're flailing. They're sort of they understand the pool they're swimming in now and they're drowning. So.
Anyway, to move on real quick, I want to play you something that I think aged really well.
Okay.
Back in July, I went and I grabbed a clip from Hot Shots Part 2. Oh, yeah. You remember this? Did you ever see the second Hot Shots?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I got the clip where President Benson, now President Benson, once Admiral Benson,
yes,
he's on Air Force One, and he is describing what we're living through right now. Okay. And he's telling us this cockamamie plan for fighting new wars.
And what year was this?
This is 1993.
93. Okay.
Okay. So listen to this exchange. Hold on.
Now, here's where we are, and here is where they are.
Jesus. Oh, God.
Oh, no time for prayer, Bob. There's the target area.
It's Minnesota, sir.
Oh, damn it, man. That's the genius of my plan. We don't have to traipse all over the world to fight. We can do it right here at home. Get us some good fishing while we're at it.
Sir, the enemy is over there.
Then we'll fly them over here. They can bring the relatives. We'll teach them to ice skate. Do I have to think of everything?
But, Mr. President, the hostages. It is imperative that you act now.
We'll fly them over here.
Wow.
They can bring their relatives. We can teach them to ice skate. Jay, you can call it. You can call it predictive programming. I would say no.
No.
I think this is just a breathtaking example of how mangled we are. That this exchange that was written with the intention of being received as an absolute absurdity is in actuality, it has become a real foreign policy.
What were we just talking about before we went on air? The farcical nature of, we were talking about the 90s and how like things you could get away with and, and the reason that we are struggling right now is because the things that were once farcical and ridiculous and everybody could laugh at, we're now being asked to take them seriously. That is the joke that is being played on everybody. It's not serious. It never was serious, but now you're expected to believe it's serious, and now only half of us can laugh at it, and the half of us that laugh at it are politically incorrect.
I know. When I remember, it was back in July because there was something going on in Minnesota again where some Somalian was running for local mayor or something like that, and I just said, what was that Minnesota exchange from Hot Shots? And I went and I found it. And when I actually listened to the exchange, I said, oh, wow.
I didn't remember it was Minnesota, but I remember the exchange.
Sir, the enemy's over there, then we'll fly them over here.
Do I have to think of everything?
Anyway, I guess, did it age poorly or I know?
Like a fine wine.
I know. Okay, so let's get into some 2025 predictions. Some more of them from last night.
Okay.
Here we go. This is from Wilma Dickfit. Wilma Dickfit says, I predict the right-left paradigm will explode in 2025, waking up any remaining woke mask holes as well as ultra-right MAGAs. There will be an event like the threat of a nuclear bomb or alien attack to Washington, D.C., or the new Madrid fault will quake. The government will appear to have abandoned us, but fear not, as soon as power is restored, JFK Jr. will trot out to the amazement of us all to let us know everything will be all right.
I got a message from him on Telegram the other day.
JFK Jr.?
Yeah.
Did he ask for $200 in Bitcoin?
He just asked me how I was doing.
Hey, how are you? Listen,
Patriot.
I'm planning my comeback. I need $100 in Bitcoin. Just send it to this wallet.
Hold on, Frank. I'm busy.
Let's see here. Tim 27 says, under pressure and being in doubt about success, in desperation, Blue Beam is released on the masses.
Blue Beam is a big one.
Yes. That Trump and Putin start World War IV simultaneously.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, none of that happened, thank God.
Never been so happy to hear the sad trombone.
I know. Infinite EMF says Lily Phillips will break down on her way to 300 guys in a day and disappear from public view. No, I think she's actually tried.
1,000, right?
Yeah.
That's her name?
I
Poor
think
creature.
I think just a complete piece of meat.
Oh.
I
don't want to talk about it. Next.
Anyway, let's see here. Aria's Pajamas says 14th Amendment will be challenged and reviewed by the Supreme Court, and anchor babies will no longer be legal, hopefully. We didn't get that yet. Gino says, my predictions for 2025 as follows. Centuries old British, Dutch, Italian money changer families will be outed in their backing of the 9/11 attack. Reason for the attack, they needed a fluctuation in the U.S. dollar in order to kickstart the euro in 2002. The U.K., with allowance by the U.S., will be found to have blown up the Nord Stream pipeline. Oh, man. There's another thing we didn't get closure on.
All right.
Every couple of months, we get some new witness, and People just gradually, don't worry, they gradually forget because there's something else that that caught their scent.
And then when long enough, enough time passes, they go, oh, who cares? That was several years ago. Which is why we never get to the truth of anything and why these things are allowed to continue to happen.
What are you gonna do? The people who were wanted to out Nord Stream were shortly after that investigating the fires in Lahaina.
Right.
And then I'm sure that they were investigating and I'm sure that they're pulling all the pieces together on Charlie Kirk. I'm sure they're pulling all the pieces together on saying, and it's just like you get pushed from one fire to the next.
Yeah.
It's like you get these 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzles. You leave them about 875 pieces in, and then you get moved to the next thing. And it's frustrating. And this is why people just, after a while, generally assume the nature of the world, generally distrust any of the official stories, and spend less and less time wanting to know the details.
I know.
And they just start looking inward, and they start looking for churches to go to. And I understand the cycle.
I do.
But at the same time, there's got to be just some crusade.
You have to devote some percentage of your attention to worldly affairs because if you want to leave the world a better place for the next generation. I think it's admirable to focus on yourself and to do those things because that's ultimately what matters most. But you can't bury your head in the sand or else they win. So it's a catch-22.
Somebody just made a Reservoir Dogs comment because of the way you're dressed. And I really wish you told me. I don't have a black tie, but I don't have a white shirt either.
You don't have a black tie and a white shirt?
No.
Really?
Actually, I might have a very light gray shirt.
All right. Well, you know what? In 2026, we're going to commit to some more coordinated wardrobe changes.
I'll dapper up a little bit for some shows.
Okay. Let's do it. We'll have an occasion.
I'll polish my dome.
It felt like New Year's. It felt like that kind of thing.
I can get some really subtle wigs.
Oh.
If I can get a wig that doesn't look like a wig.
Could you get a wig that looks like me?
If I can get a wig that looks like your head, I mean, that's...
You get an Elvis
You
wig,
kind of have a head of hair that, now I'm thinking about your hair, and I'm thinking about if I got a wig, what would it look like? It would look like... I hate to say this.
Oh, great. Then don't.
Because it's not an indictment on you.
Just your hair.
It's more of an indictment on the person. But you remember in Terminator 2 when they're in the jail and they're breaking Sarah Connor out, and all of the orderlies are coming to restrain her, and this is when Arnold comes around and breaks it all up and whatever, and he's throwing all the orderlies around.
Yeah.
One of the orderlies was a woman with hair like yours, and he like kind of throws her into the window. Hold on.
Well, I mean, my hair, excuse me, is longer for a guy. It usually is.
No, she's got man hair.
Or she's got man hair.
You don't have woman hair.
Right.
Hold on. Terminator 2.
I remember the scene, but I can't envision the head of hair that you're speaking of.
Breakout.
Maybe the audience can help us crowdsource a wig for Frank, a J wig.
Oh, it's her. Oh, wait. It's this person. Her right there. Hold on, wait. I hope that we get a full... Oh, look, there she is.
My sideburns are way more intentional than her. Way more intentional. I don't know what's going on with hers.
This is perfect.
My God.
This is perfect.
That's a pompadour.
No, that's way too high. That's way too high up. It's too much volume.
Too much volume. Yeah, I would need like Aquanet to get that kind of volume.
Now I just want to watch this movie. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to take an early break.
There's Jay and Fauci. Jay's finally said, ladies and gentlemen, here's another thing I want to tell you before we move on. I'm going to read something to you. Okay. Another reason to become a sponsor of the show in 2026, even if it's just through YouTube membership right there, wherever the hell it is, you go to quitefrankly.tv/sponsor. I'm going to read something to you. Where the hell is it? Listen to this list. Windswept House, The Great Divorce, C.S. Lewis, Brave New World, Huxley, Shoeless Joe, Kinsella, Devil in the White City, The Godfather, Lucifer's Hammer, The Robe, Dandelion Wine, Never-Ending Story, The Swimmer, Most Dangerous Game, Mask of the Red Death, The Monkey's Paw, Fahrenheit 451, The Big Fisherman, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Body, and soon we're going to be reading Shutter Island and Ready Player One. Those are, if you have been in book club with me since 2022, those are all the books that you have read with me. And in 2026, we are going to not only read at least 3 books, but now that we're doing watch parties with the films and we're watching the movies together, we're going to watch some great shit. And we are going to watch Terminator 1 and 2 together, no doubt. In January, we're going to be watching, February, it'll be Ready Player One and Drive. Okay. You got to be part of the culture clubs in 2026 because the watch parties are a game changer.
Are you going to watch Shutter Island as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a couple of friends that were in that movie. A lot of that was filmed in Boston.
I definitely want to do a lot more book and then the film adaptation. We did that with Stand By Me and The Body. And, but yeah, I don't know. Seeing this clip of Terminator 2 and the J hair made me say, oh, well, yeah, that's right.
Let's not start that trend, please.
No, but we're going to, well, she gets thrown.
Yeah.
He like throws her, he takes her by the face and throws her. Always very satisfying to me for some reason. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So here's a little bit more because it's 8:05 and I want to get to the super chats and then I want you guys calling in with your predictions for 26. Let's see. One more. No predictions, just truth bombs. The current biotechnology we have in place is set up as a mark of the beast. Trump and Musk will help expedite this through Disease X, Vaccine X via biometric ID technology that will employ blockchain tech. Trump and Musk is not who you think they are. Get right with Jesus now. There isn't much time left, says Boy Scout. It hasn't happened yet, but what was it? The day after the inauguration, we got that what the hell is it called? Stargate?
Oh yeah. That was weird.
I mean, that was all about customized vaccines through AI and surveillance. And so, I'm not going to say sad trombone altogether. Right. Because there's pieces. But still, yeah.
Yeah, again, my rule is I don't trust people I don't know. I mean, I just think that's a little bit silly, but I don't believe anyway. I still think Trump has some bad people around him that are giving him crap advice. And Rich says this all the time. Like he's listening to polls that aren't real.
Wait a second.
What?
Listen to this. This one is from Gen X Midwit. Says
Gen X Midwit.
With Biden's recent pardon of Anthony Fauci, Peter Daszak of EcoHealth Alliance will be publicly thrown under the bus as the mastermind behind the gain of function research. But then there's also HARP will be used to trigger another earthquake in Turkey. That didn't happen. But there was plenty of talk about HARP and the Aurora Borealis, though I'm not really on that bandwagon. Major market correction by late February. But this one's interesting, even though the second half of it did not happen, and it has to do with a death. Number 4 was Gene Hackman.
Whoa.
And Michael Caine passed within 2 weeks of one another. But the Hackman-Caine theory, PCU, will last another 20 years. Michael
Caine's not dead, though.
I got to watch PCU again because I don't even know what the theory is. But Hackman, I mean, he went and it was a horrible story.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Gen X Midwit came back. In like March of 2025, said, well, I'm not happy about that one prediction coming true, but apparently Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead in their home yesterday.
That was March that we did. I was on when we were talking about that.
No, it's this follow-up is on the 27th of February, so it must have been the 26th that he was found.
That long ago?
Yeah. Things are crazy.
Oh, that's kind of freaky.
Yeah, things are crazy.
Wow.
I know. So
okay.
There's a lot more than that, but let's open up the lines now. First of all, please, if you haven't liked or shared or commented, especially if you're watching this after the fact, put a like, put a comment in there, whatever the hell it is. Please, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, comment, get nice and loud. Especially if you're on YouTube and you are a member, you got some nice new emojis to play with. Play with the emojis. We like colorful chat rooms. Okay, so here's where we go from here. 914-200-0269. I want you to call in, and we are going to put down your New Year predictions for 2026. And here's what we have so far. They're not bad. Forever Lukewarm says the gay sorcerer Feminem will fail at destroying Henry. Oh, okay. We're talking about Stranger Things. Destroying Henry the ramen monster, leaving Hawkins, Indiana's fate to Derek the destroyer, who promptly eats the big bad guy, saving the whole realm from certain doom.
Holy mackerel. I only watched the first 3 seasons of that show, so I don't know half of those references.
I'm going to have to put some thoughts on this on either tomorrow or New Year's Day. I'm going to do a couple of B-side streams. I don't want to muddy the waters here tonight. There's just so much.
Okay.
Just so much. Okay, we'll see. Tefros says, robot kills human for the first time.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean,
that's...
So like an accident.
That's well within the realm of possibility.
Revolution Chuck says, Jeff Harmon blames Mercury going retrograde for some fucked up shit taking place. 598%. I was actually going to bring him on at some point in either January or early February. I think he's making the rounds right now with all the predictions, and there's some dire things in place.
How did he do in... you should give him a report card. How did he do in 2025?
You know what I have to start doing? And I need somebody at home to start doing it for me. Every time that Jeff comes on and makes a prediction...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we need to start taking track of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he would appreciate that too, because...
There you go. Okay, so Molly Arty says, my predictions, digital detox. After years of excessive scrolling and AI content, people will seek real-life connections with a renewed interest in physical spaces and direct interactions. There is something here, Jay, that I want to talk to you about. Another thing that was sent to me, a story for a time. I'm waiting for January just because I just wanted the holiday craziness to be behind it, but it has to do with this. My producer, Krista, sent me this a couple of weeks ago here, too, about how you can say that people are lurking more if you want, but posting on the internet is dropping precipitously. And I'm hoping it's because of digital detoxing. I'm hoping it is.
I don't know if it's a prediction. It's certainly a wish, though.
Yeah. Cringe is in. Throughout 2026, tryhards will replace influencers as trendsetters. Authenticity means embracing awkwardness, sharing unique interests, and acknowledging life's ups and downs. Wisdom flexing will become popular.
Yes.
Think books as a status symbol, thoughtful posts, and challenging shallow opinions. Well, join the book club. Again, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We know, I mean, this is it's true. Wisdom flexing. You know, this is why Molly is always a great contributor to book club, actually. So many of those threads are filled with incredible takes from people like her.
Well said.
Yeah. Okay. Here's from Sammy G. Prediction number 1, the war with Ukraine will be done most likely before mid-year with a peace deal that gives Russia a large piece of the land that they have liberated.
I could see that.
Prediction number 2, the midterms will see Republicans retain control of both chambers of Congress, and we will likely see nothing new from the R's in terms of policy going forward. Might as well just lose it.
And also, if the policy thing comes first, there's no way they retain both. I don't think. I think they need a big victory.
They need a huge, I mean, there needs to be huge victories coming out of the winter into the spring and the summer for there to be any chance of midterm victories.
I mean, the economy has to become fire for that, and that's the supposed narrative, right? That's what's going to happen. I don't even know if that's enough. I still think bigger things need to happen for people to be like, okay, this is what I voted for.
Here's another one, prediction number 3. These are great predictions. Thank you, Sammy. China will announce the reunification of Taiwan. Taiwan will accept without hesitation. The official agreement likely won't take place until 2027, 2028.
I've been waiting for that. I mean, that's been on the verge, so I could see that in 2026.
Yeah.
Or a conflict.
Violet says 2026 is the beginning of another 9-year cycle. It's a time for a new beginning. There will be more human connection, more connection with nature, and more love for everyone.
Oh, that's the second similar prediction to that about real life living.
Yes. Here is from Captain Wiggles. Avengers Doomsday will redeem Thor, but will predict what happens to the real world, like Infinity War did. GTA will get delayed again. JD Vance gets divorced.
Whoa.
If he gets divorced, you know what's coming after that. I wonder what the Vegas or the Kalshi betting odds will be if JD Vance gets divorced.
Oh, I know where you're going.
What are the betting odds going to be that he shacks up with Erica Kirk?
That's exactly what I thought you were going to say.
The betting
There's
odds.
no way he would do. I'll tell you right now, you bet against it. There's no way he would do that in public because it would be. I think it would be a political disaster. So there's no way he does that in public. No way.
Okay.
It's a political disaster. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I guess they can. I mean, it's just that what everybody was saying I know they're positioning themselves. The memes have been ridiculous.
I'm sure,
but talking about what you can vote on, I would have to imagine that people would put the chances of that happening north of 25%. It may not, maybe doesn't top out at 30 even, but just based on the current, I don't know, the circulation of memes.
Do memes generate reality?
Oh, yes. Absolutely they do.
I know, but in this case, are they, I don't know. I put it at significantly less than that. Just because for nothing else, that it would be a political liability, I think. But
it would be rough. But once his career's over, then yeah.
Oh, well, then all bets are off. Yeah.
Chicago Bears in Super Bowl have to pay for the new stadium.
Bears versus Patriots in the Super Bowl.
And the Steelers. He says Bears Steelers.
Nope. Bears Patriots. A repeat of Super Bowl 20 and revenge.
You know what? I'm pulling for the Bills to stop being absolute losers in everything that they do.
Well, good luck with that.
It's not going to happen.
Didn't they go to 4 straight Super Bowls and lose them in the 90s, I think?
Yeah, mostly against my Cowboys.
Yeah. So, not going to happen.
2 against the Cowboys, at least.
Bears Patriots. Mark it down.
Okay. There you go. Bears Patriots. Let's take a call. 224, you're on the air with Frank and Jay. Go ahead.
Hey, Frank. Johnsburg Paul calling. In answer to your question about 2026, I think it's going to make 2025 look good.
It's going to make...
no.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
That's a terrible prediction.
Yeah, do you have anything?
Yeah, I think everybody's going to say 2025. Those were the good old days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. Yeah, 2026 is going to be fucked.
Okay,
everything is going to go to hell.
All right,
in a handbag.
Hold on, John. You got to turn off the stream in the background if you're going to answer one more question.
I know. I'm sorry. There we go. All right, it's off.
Okay, so last question. Just because I can't put down on the thread over here, everything is going to be fucked. Can you give me one specific thing that? Go ahead.
I think that Trump will probably get impeached.
Okay.
I think the midterm elections will go toward the Democrats. I think the country will swing way back to the left.
Oh, man.
I think that Europe will go right down the tubes because of all the problems they're facing. Russia, who I back 100%, will take everything they want in Ukraine, and if NATO will fall flat on its face, the EU will come apart at the seams. China will do whatever they want, and America will probably become close to, no, I won't go so far as to say a third world country, but we'll be bumping up against it.
Okay. Well, thank you for the call. I have that. Hey, listen, you're in. You're in. I have you in here today.
Those are not completely irrational thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. If nothing, the midterms.
But you want to know why I'm saying this? Can I tell you that?
Quickly, yes. Go ahead.
I happen to be a very strong believing Christian, right? And I think all of this has to happen as a prelude to the return of the Lord.
Oh.
So when I look at all of this stuff going down, I say we're right on schedule. Come soon, Lord.
Almost sounds like you're wishing for it.
Thank you so much for the call, sir. That's an accelerationist right there.
That's true.
Though,
I mean, I don't know. I think that throughout history, people have always, whenever the times they live in are always the most significant, the worst, the best. I think we may be clouded a little bit by, temporal circumstance, but we'll see. I mean, Europe's already fallen apart. That's not even a prediction. That's already happened. I mean, it's completely fallen apart. I saw a stat, I can't remember what it is, how many hundreds of people are arrested on a daily basis in in the UK for posting things online. It is wild what's going on in that country.
Oh, it's bad. I know. And when they do the side by sides of what people are getting for Facebook or just internet posts versus actual sexual assaults or something like that, it's nuts. Where
unbelievable.
They're getting, I don't know.
They're 10 minutes away from a revolution over there.
Yeah. Well, the lines are still open. Let's get to some super chats. Dana Demystified says, thank you for introducing us to Nick Shirley, Frank. As the whole world now discovers his talent and courage through you, many of us had already established a deep connection to his work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Every once in a while I stumble upon something in its germination phase.
What year was that, Frank? A couple years ago, yeah?
It was a couple years ago.
Because I remember that was the first time he was a real young kid who wasn't really even sure of himself when he was on with you that first time. I
don't even know if he had turned 21 yet.
I don't think he had.
And he had, and he was, because he's bilingual, he infiltrated the migrant hotels in New York City.
I remember that.
And I wanted to talk about what he was seeing in there and all that other stuff. No subscribership, but you just know where it was going.
And it was interesting when you were interviewing him because he didn't really understand what he was. He didn't understand at the time because he was very young and idealistic. His political opinions, and I wouldn't even call them political because that would mean it's some kind of a tribal. But his opinions and of an interpretation of what operations are being run, why things are the way they are, and the people who prop them up, the people who report on them, the people who attack those who want to report honestly on them. When you really start being able, he had not really established what everybody's motives were yet. Right. I remember that vividly.
I'm asking, because I remember when the first time that Nick was on, I was asking him questions saying, go easy on the kid and don't make him, don't put him in a position where he has to define the world.
Right.
But, what are you seeing and what are you feeling about it?
No, it was great. It was a great interview, and I still remember it to this day. So yeah,
that was great. And a couple times, 2 or 3 times he's been on.
Yeah,
but he's been a world traveler since the beginning, and his mom travels with him a lot.
I know, it's crazy.
Like for a while, she was his bodyguard, and
she can't anymore.
She's got to stay home, and you got to get a big burly dude.
Yeah, especially now.
The Navy SEAL or something has to be with you,
or multiple.
Yeah. Eli P says, proud to be a part of this community. Thank you, Frank and Jay. Great to have you, Eli.
Yes,
Running on Empty says, so much gratitude for another year of fun nights, book club, movies, wonderful guests. Happy New Year, Frank. Cheers to an even better 2026. That is Running on Empty. That's another good. Thank you. Stove. Let's see here.
Frank and the one and only Giuseppe G. What a way to end the year with a great listen from these two guys. Love it. Happy New Year, gents, and a wonderful Happy New Year wish to all the Frankly fam out there.
Well, Stowe,
gents,
Christos, we have to get together. We have to pull together another jamborees just so we can hang out with Stowe again.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
of course it's gonna happen.
Just him alone with his giant rosary hanging around his neck. Let's see here, Stowe Stube. Thank you. Okay, Star Karma. Star Karma says, love you. I love yours and Jay's conversations. 2 brainiacs. Oh, Jay got me beat. Let's see.
In some areas, not others.
Lease Breaker says, do you guys have any tips on BPC 157? Is it the best use as a daily vitamin or for healing injury or sickness? Same for Clean Being and Cell Being by Verso. What are you thinking there?
It's a great question. I mean, the research shows BPC doesn't really have to be cycled, but, I tend to cycle everything, including coffee or whatever. Cell Being, Evening Being and Morning Being. I think that those are the 2 that was mentioned. I do the same thing with those. I tend not to do anything every single day. BPC is great for an injury. The jury is still out on oral versus injectable. Not enough research on it, but I think it's good to cycle through everything, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, well, I just started using the BPC again. I had stopped for a little while. I started 2 nights ago because there's something going on with my left knee. I'm doing a lot of stretching. I'm whatever, but there's a weird popping going on now.
Well, we'll have to get you on the injectable and see if you notice a difference.
Yeah, great. Yeah, 2026 is the year that I overcome my fear of
the year of the injectable,
the year of the needle.
Well, the FDA may take them away, so you're gonna have to decide on that soon.
Well, ST says, here's to a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year for all. Thank you, Frank, for all you do. Thank you, Julio, for being you and beyond stellar wingman. God bless you, yours, and all Frankly's and ours.
Right.
The dude from 1965 survives. Said, it's just, I think that's Dan Schumann. Thank you so much, Dan. Said, choose just one. Number one, eternal life with my wife. Eternal life with my first love, or number three, eternal life with my true love. Choose just one.
I choose eternal life with his wife.
With the dude's wife?
Yeah, those are the choices he gave us.
Yeah, with my wife. I know it's that's the way it's written. So we can eternal life with Dan's wife, eternal life with Dan's first love. Or eternal life with Dan's true
I don't know
love.
any of these women, Dan, so you're going to have to pick for me.
I don't know. Tell us which one's best. If it's me, I mean, what do you mean? Eternal life with Lauren, of course.
Come on, true love.
Who just happens to be my true love.
Well, see, you're lucky, right?
So, first and number one and number three overlap. So there's that. That's easy for me.
All of the above.
But what do you guys think? Apply that to you. Don't apply it as written.
That should have been the caveat.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Thank you so much. This one, Tefros.
$20 for the 20th year, brother.
Hairs.
Love ya.
$20.
Doll hairs.
Oh, $20. Oh,
The thing is great. Doll hairs.
Tefros, thank you so much. Yes, for the 20th, it's going to be 20 years.
It's amazing.
Let me take one more here, then we'll get back to the calls, which are coming in now. Jay Britt says, it's too late for the Shart Survival Kit. Oh, Happy New Year, Frank and Jay.
Sorry.
Well, listen, if it's too late, that means that there's more coming.
Yeah.
So
It's rare you only see one Shart at a time.
I know.
They usually come in schools.
That's it. That's it. Okay, JJWFAN. JJWFAN, like WFAN,
yeah.
the fan in New York. What's going on there? How are you? Do you work there? Gribble Sillin says, Godspeed and Happy New Year to Frank and Frankly's. And then the dude again says, Jay, Frank, keep it going. You are dudes that make life good. Dan, I can't thank you enough for the 2 super chats tonight. They were exceedingly generous, and you've always been very good to us over here. So many people out there.
And I promise you can keep your wife.
Yes.
We will not infringe.
We will not infringe on that at all. Dan Schumann, again. All right, let's take a call. Oh, that just bounced away. They'll be here again here soon. Let me put JJ in. 608, you're on the air. Go ahead, 608. What's your prediction for the 2026 year?
My prediction is that the Quite Frankly show blows up into the biggest damn show on the internet. That's what I think.
I'm agreed.
Wow.
Agreed.
Well, then good. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I just want to hit that 1 million regular viewer mark. What we can do with that would be incredible. The nightly conversations. I mean, you just think about, all I think about is this. The feeling of the show is what it is. If the show changes, I don't even want to be there for it. But if the audience changes as far as size and scope, imagine what those open line nights would become.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine the kind of topics that we can pull out of our asses any night and have an overabundance of stuff coming in. Yeah. I mean, from all over the place. That's what I'm interested in meeting new people. And of course, the OGs are always going to be the foundation for this shit. But thank you for that kind of confidence, my friend. I'm glad to hear it.
I've been waiting for it to happen. I think it will. I think just like once the word gets out and people really like, earlier you mentioned, I forget where I was just leaving work when you said it, but something about if people are going to be like, what was it, wisdom flexing or something like that? It was predictions for how people are going to like get their entertainment and more thoughtful, comments on, online and so on and so forth. And, I was thinking, well, if that happens, then Frank's show is definitely going to blow up bigger than like anything else out there, because there's always so many thoughtful things, and like awesome topics that are actually interesting and like a diverse amount of topics, that actually happen on your show. And by the way, when is when's Jeff Harmon coming back on?
Someone just asked that question, and I actually just was speaking to Camille, his wife, in email today, because she actually emailed me this time. Said, "Hey, do you want Jeff on in the beginning of the new year? Because he's making the rounds to talking about what's coming." And I said, yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to try to get him on like the 3rd or the 4th week in January or the 1st week in February. Razorfist might even come back in January too. So
I would love that.
Yeah,
I would love that. This is funny because last time this is my second time calling you. The first time I called, I had told you that I actually found you through the X22 Spotlight, and and then it was super funny because you said you were about to talk to Dave. And then I was driving home, and I heard you talking to Dave again, and I'm like, all right, man, that's cool.
Well, I appreciate the call, and I'm really excited about starting the new year with you out there.
For sure. Hey, do you mind if can I ask Jay a quick question?
Please.
Hey, Jay. So, for the first time in like 15 years, I just suddenly spoke to an old friend that I haven't talked to in a very, very long time. And he had just mentioned to me that he's struggling with congestive heart failure. I realize it may not be something that you have time to talk about right now, but just real quick or some other time if you could cover it or something like that. If there's any advice you'd give to somebody with congestive heart failure, what would that be? Yeah,
actually, I have a like a sort of a one sheet. I mean, at least a supplement protocol. There obviously there are a lot of lifestyle things, but there are some supplements that can really help. Things like D-ribose is a natural sugar that forms the backbone of ATP, which is the energy currency of the body. So that's useful. CoQ10 is very useful in that sense because it can help with energy production. So anything that can kind of help the heart pump more efficiently. But I actually have a full congestive heart failure protocol. So maybe I can give it to Frank, or we can have like a small segment on it, and I can bring it up for you.
That'd be super cool. Or I could just like leave. Well, maybe I can't leave an email over the thing, but yeah, okay, that would be super great. Yeah, because I'd love to get the information to him.
Yeah,
and I know he's open to different trains of thought, medically, medical wise and everything. Like he's kind of a he's open-minded. That's good. I mean, because you kind of need that, not that we're talking about, crazy experimental therapies, but, you're just basically supporting the systems of the body rather than the way Western medicine approaches it, which is, usually drug it to death. Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I knew that. I knew you'd be the guy to ask. So, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. Well, hey, it was great talking to you guys and great show.
It's great having you on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care, guys.
Be well.
Bye.
Yeah. That'd be great. Wisdom flexing and all that other. It took me. Okay, I'll put it to you this way. And I think about these cycles. It took me 10 years from 2006 to about 2016 for the audience really to find the show. Where I remember the first time and we're going through another cycle again right now. Obviously, we're dealing with different platforms and their algorithms and what's going on. But I really do believe that the first big influx that established the show was the shifting geopolitical landscape and occulted things being brought to the surface and uninitiated people starting to learn about hidden centers of power and how whatever. And it really created an incredible decade worth of conversation. But there's always need for new layers of things that have to go on there. And there is certain level of burnout. I know that because I know when I feel like certain conversations are just getting monotonous for me and whatever. If this is really where we are going right now, where there's more of a culture, and that's why I say I created the culture clubs and all that stuff. If there's going to be these cultural booms here and we're going to start getting a little bit more human with each other, and, that doesn't mean you sacrifice any knowledge of what's going on around the world. Right. But if that's really the case, then it makes sense that the beginning of the 20th year, now 10 years after that, new layers of people coming in, that's what I like envisioning, because visualization has always been a big part of all of this, especially since I never had huge production crews or any, board of directors, any kind of vision. It's always just been about vision boarding things and doing what was fun.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the case, because there's so much more value that can be taken out of this stuff if we can divorce ourselves from the crazy a little more.
Well, I think people respond to authenticity, even if they don't know that's what they're responding to. And I think that's why the show has been successful, and I think it will continue to be successful, because I don't know, I think we all have this knack, but I know that I can kind of spot, whether you want to call them, talking point politicians or, pull string influencers who just use all the words and have all the safe conversations. And we all know people like that who, don't take chances. They don't, your interview style has always, to me, been something that I've enjoyed listening to when I'm not on the show. It's always an interesting conversation when I'm here, but when I'm listening to you and I'm like a third party, you're always asking questions that I feel like the audience would ask. You ask logical follow-ups because you have no agenda, whereas some people stay away from certain follow-ups because they may. So anyway, the point is authenticity always shines. And I think that's what's going to build an actual organic audience and not just an audience full of bots and lurkers. And that's what you need to succeed. And I think that's why this show will continue to improve, to broaden its listener base, because the whole cornerstone of this is that authentic, genuine connection. And again, even if people don't know that's what they're getting, they know it instinctively. Well, I appreciate that. That's very highly complimentary of you, and thank you so much. And I hope it all bears out. I'll tell you one thing: there's going to be no lack of trying. There never is. right. Of course. In fact, I've had to find a way to make my work more efficient this year, because the burnout factor is nuts, and got to find a way to work smarter, and to keep things, feeling juicy. Yeah. All right. So here's a couple more things, because I want to get into another topic. Okay. Another topic real quick. Let's just run through the rest of these. Let's go to Rumble real quick. And Tommy Jekyll says, glad you're not overly picky over your show support pathways. Here's ducks for show support. Got your fantastic family Christmas card today. Thank you. Did Aurora get her fox? Aurora got her fox. In fact, she got quite a few foxes, but she enjoyed all of them. And thank you, Tommy, for that. Yes, we did get it. She got a handful, and they came in different forms, which I think was great. Some people sent really brilliant golden fox, like an ornament. Somebody sent a small plush, a larger one. Fox is her favorite animal? This year, she wanted a deer, a dog, and a fox. As pets, no, specifically as like stuffies. Okay, got it. Anyway, Grayson Pro says Happy New Year from Barton, Tucky, Illinois. Oh, I hope I can pass through there one day. Yeah. Dana the Powerful says Happy New Year. I fucking hope. That's a great name. Dana the Powerful. He says she hopes. Daily News says Happy New Year. It may be grand for us all. Yes. I agree. Colette Karma says Happy New Year, Frank and Jupiter Gulinello. A Joneson says Happy New Year, Frank and Jalapeno. JMH 1957 says sure pray that 2026 is much better year. This year was the worst. It's positioning. It's just positioning. It's positioning, yeah. Nat Wall says Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Grandma Grateful says Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Toward the end here, now we have Thomas Halverson says, thank you for helping me through this terrible year, Frankie. Happy New Year and God bless. Well, let me tell you something, guys and gals. I know I let some things slip from time to time. I know sometimes I might, if you watch the show enough, you kind of like bond with the host. Mm-hmm. And you might say, well, Frank's a little salty tonight. What's going on with him? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Well, and your bed's against a wall? Yeah. It's one of those things where I got to bring my personal life to the show to a certain degree. It's part of the show. It actually creates topics. I want to hear what you guys think about it. Have you had something similar happen to you? But there's a lot, as I say, that I can't bring to the show. If for no other reason, then you got your own problems. Mm-hmm. And I got to get on with it. The show must go on. So let me just say that there are nights that I find the time to really lean into you guys and express my gratitude for that. But there are so many other nights that I just get on with it over here and I go home grateful for you all in ways that I can't measure and I can't really find words for. So I'm very
self-conscious about sounding cliche about things, but we all are having up and down years as it goes on. And inevitably, you're going to have down years. You're going to have a string of down years, and then you're going to be up again. And you just got to hope, like I said, that you got friends around you, or you got something that kind of picks you up, and that one day when you're down, somebody throws an arm around you. And that's just that's the way it is. We're human, so we get that experience in crazy ways, more ways than we thought we ever could. That there are. It's very I don't know, it's therapeutic at times. So
that was the word I was just going to use.
Yeah. Two Dogs Mike D says Happy New Year, everyone. And let me get him into the running as well.
Happy New Year.
I know everybody wants. You know what everybody wants? It's not the silver. It's not the Mark Dice book. It's not anything. It's the Shart kit.
Well, of course.
People know that that 2026 could be Shart inducing.
It's going to be a roller coaster.
It's going to be bad.
Should we make the white shirt, black tie thing the dressing for the eve, at least this eve? Should that become if we remember, should that become like a thing? Like
for New Year's Eve?
Yeah. Like we dress up on this.
I'll do that.
Okay. I thought
I'll do it.
All right.
I'll have one. I'll do a dress up day with you once a month. I know you're coming on like what? What are you coming on like twice a month?
Yeah, we're gonna just coordinate a theme every month.
Try to do something like that. Yeah, we could have pirate night,
Hawaiian shirt day.
We talk like pirates all night.
The whole 2 hours.
Caller, you're on the air.
Why are the numbers dipping?
I don't know. They can't take it anymore. They hate it. They hate our pirate voices. Okay, let's see
we
here.
Wear eye patches.
Hold on. I just posted my prediction. If you want to read it, said AK.
Oh.
I want to get to the butt stuff now.
Oh, that's very important.
Where is
it's
AK?
8:40.
I know. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
There's so much left.
Here's my predictions. Iran overthrows the current regime and will reinstate the Shah.
Whoa.
This will happen after Iran tries to cloud seed and create rain, and this will create a big-ass flood, sort of how there's a flood in Dubai a year or two ago because their infrastructure couldn't handle it, except since the whole world hates Iran, led by Israel, they won't step in to help them control it, and the flood will be cray.
Whoa. Well, they do that. They do that in Dubai. The cloud seeding. There's articles written on that.
Justin Polgar. Yes, Cacao. Go ahead. What's up with you?
Justin Polgar with two Oompa Loompas. Orion actually requested that we call in. He said, "Is this live right now?" And I said, "Yes, it is."
Yes.
Orion. We're actually just about to go into the movie theater to see the David movie. Have you seen that trailer for the...
I heard about it. Angel Studios put out a David and Goliath film, right?
Exactly. Oh. Yeah, it's in the theaters.
I tell you that I found a coin that is real silver.
Wait,
it's true.
Hold on here, Orion. What? Tell me about the coin. Is it a quarter? Is it a dime? What is it?
It's a quarter.
What year?
What year?
1964.
Wow.
That's it. That's the cutoff. That's the cutoff.
He was going through his coins. He said, "Dad, I think this is real silver." Proud dad moment.
Oh, I know. When you see one of those silver coins pop into your hand from when you would go to a cash register and every once in a while it would happen, there is no mistaking it. There is a special type of what it is like. You watch It's a Wonderful Life or any of those really classic black and white films, and in the cinematography, even though it's just black and white, the faces are glowing.
Yeah.
There's a certain glow to a silver coin that just puts everything else to shame.
Interesting. I gotta check. Look more closely.
Oh yeah,
it's a Technicolor quarter.
Technicolor.
Beautiful. Well, you guys enjoy the movie, but
before
you go,
Happy New Year. Love.
Wait,
the Franklies, yes.
Before you go, you have to give us a 2026 prediction. Go.
2026 prediction. I've been thinking about this actually. Prediction is. Wait. Let me think of a little bit brighter one for you, in a more of a yes. Because I had some. We're not going black pill. Let's make a rainbow pill here. 2026 prediction. I think Frank is going to. My prediction is Frank is going to do no less than 3 No, let's just say Frank is going to do a trip and take us along with him because you keep saying you want to go see all these places. You're going to do some on-the-road broadcasting in 2026.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, that's why I only did 3 books instead of 5 books for the book club. I want a little bit more flexibility in case I say, hey, listen, let's drive to, I don't know, Mount Rushmore.
Take this crazy circus on the road.
Let's meet in the stacks. Let's go meet in the stacks in Ready Player One. We'll start there.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. You guys enjoy the movie. Let me know how it goes.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful New Year's celebration. We will do the same and report back ASAP.
All right.
Happy New Year, Justin.
Happy New Year.
Love you. Peace.
Love you too. A couple more with AK because she put a couple of big ones in here.
Big ones, okay.
Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres will move back to the U.S. Nobody will care. Let's see here. Kill Tony is going to create some sort of new style of late night television show, either on YouTube or Netflix. Interesting. Google Gemini will surpass OpenAI. Sir Ian McKellen will pass away, and so will an older female.
Female.
I don't know.
Okay.
Diddy will appeal and win and be let out in September.
Oh no.
And
Free to Diddy again.
Yeah, I know. There's a couple other ones in here. And the Republicans will keep the Senate, but Democrats will win the House. And Lindsey Graham will lose his reelection bid.
Oh, please.
That needed to happen 3 cycles ago.
I know.
There's a lot there, but that's great.
Please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as far as this goes, you have, I would say, you can't keep putting predictions into a prediction thread into the new year. So I'm going to put this into the chat room again. There's into the chat rooms. Go and put it into the thread no later than January 1st or 2nd or something like that. And just so that we have it there for posterity, and we will come back to it next year.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That's fun to see how many people nail it.
Okay. Real quick, and then I have to get through these super chats, and then we're going to put a freeze on shit because I need to do the drawing, but we have to do this. We're going to be live in the flip side.
Oh yeah.
We'll probably do nearly another hour in the flip side
Frank's
tonight.
going to do a costume change. No,
yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. Something.
He's going to be George Washington when we come back.
Let's see. Dragon Sage says, all the best to the Franklies and their families in 26. May you manifest your most epic timelines and live your best lives.
Okay.
Irrational X says, first new year with our baby boy, Jameson Charlie. We welcomed over 2 weeks ago. Grateful he's happy and healthy, and I'm not struggling with this new dad thing yet.
Nice.
Hopefully 2026 is the year with my wife. Is the year my wife and I can be wed by the church and baptized and baptize JC, their son Jameson.
Okay.
I wish that for you. And let me tell you something. Parenthood is a wonderful challenge, and the only thing I've ever struggled with is keeping my cool when they don't feel well. And that's it. You're going to want to give up everything, including your own well-being, to make them feel well. But if you approach, my rule of thumb is just be goofy with it. I've said that before. Be goofy with it. Leave all of your pride at the door, because there's going to be a lot of poop, a lot of pee, a lot of throw up. And just be fucking goofy. And just be goofy. Just be a kid again. This is your invitation to be a child again, as well as the adult. Be tethered to your adult responsibilities, but this is your invitation to become a child again. It's so fucking thrilling. I wish it for all of you in one way or another, even if you're just that awesome uncle, an aunt, an adoptive parent. I wish it for you all. Mentor a child. That's all I'll say. Let's see here. Adam Graham became a member on YouTube.
Nice.
Welcome, my friend. Email me, quite frankly at Frank at quitefrankly.tv. In fact, all of my YouTube members who signed up recently, email me, because you should get a welcome envelope as well as samples of Keto Brainz. So I need your addresses. I think I got everything here. Shotzi sending some support from sunny Florida, and
sunny Florida.
I know, sounds great, doesn't it? That's what we have here. 2 dogs. Thank you for that. And then I got everybody on the pill. I'm just going to read off the names. We'll read the messages after the fact. P Dunk 1776, Safety Net, Willie Fix It, Quite Flappy, Big Chief Patriot, Corey, the Sentinel 3 times, Silly Boar, NX17, Dean Z, Nathan W, Amethyst Cat, Molly Artie, NX17, and Nathan. There you go. I got you all in there. I've been doing it diligently. Now, here's the big one, Jay.
This is the big one, Elizabeth.
Here it is. What did we get stuck in our rectums last year? Okay.
Loosen my tie a little bit.
This is brought to you by Mark Swan. This is the time of year to be grateful for not having things stuck in our asses and to think to those less fortunate than us. So spare a thought for those Americans who misjudge the capacity of their own orifices. All reports are taken from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission's database of emergency room visits. All descriptions are verbatim, and the people involved have had a very bad time. This is what has been stuck. I can't believe this. This makes me feel absolutely out of my mind.
Oh, the way there's penises are involved too.
These are things.
Can we skip that part? We just go right to the ass? I wasn't ready for the penis. You just told me we were just doing ass beforehand.
This one sucks. This is things that have been jammed into, I guess, urethras.
Oh my God.
This is what has been removed from peni over the course of 2026.
Okay, just get it over like a Band-Aid. Rip it off.
A battery. I hope it's a AAA.
I was just going to say, don't tell me it's a D-cell.
Oh, no! Somebody. Candle wax. A chess piece. Can you imagine sitting there saying, that chest, I need to get that bishop up there.
The pawns are round at least.
I know. The pen, a pencil, a comb, apple stems,
comb?
apple core, an apple core. That has to be had to be the same person. A bobby pin, a paper clip.
Oh my!
A paper clip.
God.
Magnets.
Huh,
a spring. A screw. Staples. A thermometer. Headphones. Guitar string.
Headphones? What?
And an Allen wrench.
Oh, we're doing vagina too?
In the vagina is a holiday bell.
Well, these things are supposed to go in there.
Can you imagine, your aunt coming over to the...
Why are you ringing when you walk?
Yeah, what does that sound? You hear that ringing? It's like a dull, the muted ring. What's that muted ringing sound? Let's see here. A lighter was up there. Aluminum foil, cotton balls.
Okay.
Popsicle stick. I have to imagine the cotton balls was...
prevent something, stop something.
I think it was just like a very I think it was an ill thought out like
replacement for
a tampon.
Yeah. Or I ran out, or I was out somewhere and that's all I had in my purse. That one's not so bad.
Popsicle stick.
Not good.
A plastic orca. A killer whale.
Sure how you... Okay.
A gemstone. Here's a quote, inserted 2 diamond rings in her vagina while at a party in fear that they would be stolen. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Latex glove. A bath bomb.
That was after looking for the 2 rings, probably.
Yeah. I'm going to go to some of the quotes. Reports a bag of marijuana has been in her vagina for 2 days and is uncomfortable. She's a real one right there. Let's see here. 2 penis ring. 2 penis rings. And 2 spoons. 2 vibrators.
Oh.
One got lost up there. Said, I'm going to fish one out. I'm going to fish it out. I'm going to try to fish the other one.
They're not magnets. We already put magnets somewhere else.
Oh my.
They don't attract each other.
Here's another one. Oh, okay. Here's a quote. Obviously the kids should be out. Kids, Uncle Frank needs to talk to mom and dad. This next one. Please pause. 3, 2, 1. All right. It's adults in the room now. Quote, was using a piece of plastic to masturbate when got spooked by the wind outside and threw the sheet over herself in the process, lodging the piece of plastic deeper into her vagina and wasn't able to retrieve.
Can you imagine being the poor person who had to transcribe this?
Yes.
And write it out in the hospital?
I could.
Oh. Now tell me one more time. The wind got you? The wind spooked you?
The wind? I don't
so
know.
you thought the plastic wrap would protect you?
Yeah, I don't know. A hairbrush, detergent, plunger cap, and beer bottle. Now here's the rectum.
Okay.
Here we go.
This is what you came for.
The lubricant bottle itself.
Wow.
Enema bottle, nails, screws and nails.
Wait. Why are there carpentry tools around your anus?
No, I don't know, but here's a quote for you. Patient stated he put a baseball bat in his rectum to see what it felt like.
Why else would you do that?
Obviously.
I mean,
that's it. Aerosol can, dog chew toy.
Why does my dog keep sniffing my ass?
Dryer sheet. Was feeling constipated for 2 days. He took the base off of his beard clippers and wrapped it in plastic baggie, inserted it into the rectum, and it got stuck.
That's a lot of work. That's intent right there.
Here's another quote. I'm just going to read the quotes. Concern about if he still had a small vibrator in his rectum. His girlfriend placed it in there on Friday.
Oh, really important is what day that quote was written down.
Yeah, it said Ralph Cifaretto over here with Janice. Let's see here. Quote, reports he slipped in the shower and shampoo bottle went into his rectum.
Yeah, slipped in the shower.
I'm going to sing,
Got it, buddy.
I'm going to sing Medium Pace by Adam Sandler.
I slipped.
States he was in the shower, was bored, and then placed shampoo bottle into rectum.
That's more like it.
Okay, had gone out with wife last night and had too many drinks, went home drunk. Wife inserted a rubbery sex toy into PT's rectum, unable to retrieve.
That's, at least you're honest.
Reports a 7-inch dildo inserted into rectum when it accidentally went too far. He attempted to use pliers to remove it. The pliers got stuck too.
Wait, how? I don't want to be a fly on the wall, but I do.
Yeah.
A magic wand toy.
Plastic coat hanger inside anus. He inserted the hanger during sexual activity. He cut off the outside of the hanger so he could drive to the ER.
No.
Well, I just don't even get it. It's not even phallic shape.
These people vote.
I know. He inserted a light bulb in there in the morning, glass side first, and due to the suction effect, the bulb got sucked up.
Suction effect. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you have a friend who chews them.
A vape pen, a flashlight. Think about that the next time you borrow somebody's vape.
Wrong end.
Reports using oh my gosh. Let me see something else. Uncooked pasta.
Well, I would never use cooked pasta.
Uncooked pasta.
Obviously.
Eyeglasses, rock, an egg.
A rock.
Let's see.
Random rock.
Was being intimate with his girlfriend. They shoved a rectangular travel toothbrush holder in his rectum. You know what that is? You know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? There was a frantic, just get anything. Just get anything. Just get anything. I can't. There's a frantic nature to that.
The travel toothbrushes are usually really small.
I don't have anything. He says, go get the rectangular. Get the travel
bag.
toothbrush.
It's my travel bag.
Get it in the travel bag. I need it.
Then get me a pair of pliers.
I just
careful of the suction.
It's so incredible stuff. It's incredible. Okay, let's see here. Steve on YouTube says Dick Van Dyke and Mel Brooks are 199 respectively. Hopefully they make it to 2027. Thanks for a year of great entertainment and health. Happy New Year, Frank and Jay on to 2026. Thank you, Steve, so much.
Yeah.
Revolution 76 says, damn Christian doomer caller, bro. Mercury won't be retrograde all of 2026. Yikes. Happy New Year, Jay and Frank and all the Franklies.
It's a good sign.
Oh, yeah, it is a good sign. And I think that's all we have here. The one I'm happy for that. Hold on. Molly already says something to jump off the new year. She sent a fleet. I had to put her back in. Hold on. Nath. Got that in there. Molly. And that was I was up to date with everybody else. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we hop off into the other side of tonight, who is going to win Mark Dice's War on Conservatives? the Subtle Butt disposable gas neutralizer, the Shark Kit, the emergency kit that you can keep in your car and anywhere else, and of course, another ounce of silver from Quite Frankly.gold, which use the promo code Frankly on Quite Frankly.gold. Tony said, let's just keep that rolling. You get anything over there. It could be you can get into the monthly buys, which can be like 20. Hey, Tony, can you give me $20 of silver a month? You got it.
Good deal.
It's all I can afford, but I just want a little bit coming in. You'll get a couple of Mercury Head dimes. I just had a little sack of Mercury Head dimes sent to me because I'm going to, give a couple out, and I'm going to keep a couple for myself. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. You holding this little coin, you see 1918 on it, little Mercury Head. I actually posted it on, I think I posted it in the, I don't know. I just love them. Anyway, promo code Frankly, whether you go into the club or if you just get a one-off, you're going to get free silver. He's going to send it to you. Jay, give me a drum roll, please. Who's winning it all? And the winner is Happy New Year to Shotzi.
Hey!
Wow, we know her.
Yes, we do.
There you go. Out of 65 people, she came through and she only put in one.
You never know.
You never know.
That's why you always play.
Yeah. I think her name is only in there once out of 65 people. That's why you just throw it in. Congratulations. She's had a very lucky year. She won the jean jacket as well.
That's right.
Quite Frankly jean jacket, and then she came to the Jamboree, and she won a couple of raffles over there, I think.
Did she?
She won, yeah.
And she's a member of HRP?
Crazy. Well,
she had a good 2025.
She had a good 2025.
Better than us.
So, anyway, congratulations, Happy New Year, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you over to the flip side now, and for that, I really hope that you guys come on over, because I don't know, you're gonna be able to pick Jay's brain on whatever the hell else that we have left over. I have stories and media and reels to watch. It should be a lot of fun. So come to the flip side for the third hour. And before we leave, Jay, for people again who want to start the year off good and not call it a New Year's resolution, let them know about the Health Reclamation Project.
Yeah, healthreclamationproject.com. We've got a lot of things cooking for 2026. The membership, there's a discount, Santa 45. It's good for the rest of December, which is today and tomorrow. There'll be another promo code in January, but might not be as good as this one. We have educational material. You've got written material. You've got all kinds of videos, anything you could possibly want to learn. We've got live sessions where you can do Q&As. And this new section here, Shop Supplements, actually, it's on the screen right now. If you go to healthreclamationproject.com, you go to Shop Supplements. Jen and I have opened up this apothecary where, when we talk about a winter package or the zinc lozenges I use, or if you want to know anything that we take or anything that you want to get at a discount, because I was telling Frank before we went on air, getting supplements from Amazon can be problematic because a lot of companies don't necessarily, let's just say there's a lot of fraud out there. This company, FullScript, they're all vetted, and we vet all of the stuff that goes in there. So if you want to know how to get a discount on supplements and you want to buy it directly from FullScript, you can go to healthreclamationproject.com. All you need to do is set up an email. It doesn't matter whether you're a member of HRP or not. You'll get a discount. If you're a member, you'll get a better discount, which is just another perk of being a member. But you can get anything. We have a winter resilience pack. So that zinc lozenge that I tell Frank about, the one that I've been taking for the last couple of days, that's on there. Everything is on there. You can shop around. You can get a 5% discount on anything. Members get a 10% discount. And come along for the ride in 2026. We have so many things planned. And again, the code Santa45 gets you that discount. And yeah, we don't do New Year's resolutions. We make you resilient the entire year. And we do that by educating. We're not influencers. We're trying to make it so that you don't need us anymore. That's like the ultimate goal here. You learn enough where you can really take control of everything. We're even going to teach you how to read labs this year. We're going to do courses on reading your own lab. So there's just so many things happening. We just finished the Foundations video series. So it's nutrition, sleep, and movement. And they're all videos that the members get. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming in 2026. So.
I'm happy for it. I'm glad to see all the progress there too.
Yeah.
The link to his Health Reclamation Project is in the description of the episode. Mm-hmm. Please go and check him out and ask some questions.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that. Okay, real quick, Two Dogs Mike D says, Frank, YouTube chat doesn't know the medium pace song. Very disappointing. Yeah, well, I don't expect some people to. I don't expect them all.
Disappointed.
I know. I'm not too disappointed. It's just the way it is. All right, well, everybody, I just put the flip side link in there again, just in case you missed it. We will see you there. Tomorrow, I will be live somewhere around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning for the B-sides. It's a little bit of a New Year's Eve, hello, coffee time, and I have some fun stuff to do to rifle through with you guys, as well as some interplay with the general chat. But thank you for a wonderful 2025, and I will see you soon. Thanks again, Jay, for everything this year.
It's been a great year, man. I feel like I was just in this seat. We were welcoming in 2025, but yeah, it's been a pleasure. Another year under our belts, and we're heading into year 5 together.
That's it.
It's crazy.
It's going to be good. All right, we'll catch you on the flip.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Thank you to everybody. Again, to all the people who have who were supporting us tonight in the super chats and just sending in your thoughts and just being interactive, and of course, a great big invite to all of you to join as a member of the show, a sponsor of the show for 2026. QuiteFrankly.tv/sponsor. All great options there, or on YouTube, wherever the hell it is. Be a part of all of it, because whatever you put in, I promise you're getting 10 times back from me. It is the greatest return on investment. I'm telling you. I'll see you. I'll catch you next time.
Everybody else shit. Fuck. Everybody else shit. Fuck. Everybody else shit. Fuck. Everybody else shit. Fuck.